This week we're covering the dietary guidelines, and you can see down on the Blackboard site there below I've put a few chapters from the TAPSIL textbook and also some links to the current guidelines that are available here in Australia. We have a number of dietary guidelines or food guidance systems in Australia. We've got the dietary guidelines which include the Australian Guide to Healthy Eating, which is really based around food groups and some guidelines for how many serves of different food groups you might need to consume based on your age and gender. And we also have a nutrient reference values, which is a list of guidelines for the amounts of nutrients we should be consuming in our diet. And it's important that you understand how these guidelines have been developed, particularly the dietary guidelines and the process that was undertaken to actually develop them, because it is important to realise that these are exactly that. They're guidelines. They're not prescriptions in which you must stick to exactly. They are guidelines to help you with your food choices and identify foods that are going to provide an adequate mix of nutrients and also provide you with some benefit in terms of reducing the risk of chronic disease. So I encourage you to have a look at the guidelines, be familiar with the number of serves of different food groups for your particular age and gender, but also be familiar with the process that was undertaken and the evidence report that it goes along with the guidelines. It is a bit of heavy reading and I don't expect you to read it all, but I would like you to have a look at it so that you can see the extensive amount of evidence that has been reviewed and used in the production of these guidelines. Don't forget there's also a quiz this week, so go into the assessments tab on Blackboard and check out the quiz, which will be due on Friday the 19th of December.